All right, everybody, it is 10:30 on your Friday. Happy Friday. First Alert meteorologist Eric Burke. Glad you're with us for a Weather Extra. This is going to be the best day of our long weekend, unfortunately, and a lot of you, it's just a normal work day. Maybe it's your students' last day of school or they finished earlier this week. It's going to be a great day. I know we're seeing a little bit more cloud cover, pushing in a little faster than we thought it would, but still, temperature-wise, comfortable. Great day to just kind of take it in. As we head into the long Memorial Day weekend, well, our rain and storm chances start to increase. And of course, we're going to go through that hour by hour coming up. If you have outside plans, just anticipate some interruptions or delays. There's no way around it. It's lousy forecast. It makes me very sad that I have to give you a lousy forecast for the long weekend, as many people refer to that as the unofficial start to summer, Memorial Day weekend. A lot of the community pools open up and everything. But yeah, we're going to be dealing with rounds of rain and storms. Can be heavy at times. Thankfully, not forecasting severe weather per se, but we are anticipating heavy rain, thunder, lightning, maybe even some gusty winds from time to time. So we're going to get right to it now. Go out to Decatur, Morgan County, getting ready for the big Jubilee this weekend. Such a fantastic event. I've never actually been in person, and unfortunately I won't make it out there again this weekend, but I have seen the event unfold several times over the past couple of years when I've worked that morning or that afternoon, and we pull up this same camera, we just turn it a little bit more toward Point Mallard, and it is a spectacle to see. Now, the Jubilee, of course, very weather dependent. I am not a hot air balloon pilot by any means, but I know that meteorology plays a huge role in that. It would actually be a great interview one year if we could talk to one of the pilots and see exactly how much weather influences them. I know it's a matter of wind. I think wind speed has to be 10 miles per hour or less. I think we're good on that one. The problem is the balloons likely won't fly if there's widespread rain or any potential of lightning, and that is a concern here Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. So hopefully, great Jubilee weather. I hope the forecast is completely dry. I'll be okay being wrong on this one, but we are expecting some rainfall for sure. So go out to Decatur. Again, a little bit of cloud cover, but looks good to me. Temperature's a little slow to warm here. And then we are seeing some peaks of blue sky and some sunshine there in Marshall County, Guntersville, another spot that's probably just going to be a happening place this weekend. A lot of people, excuse me, I'm sure that sounded lovely. I'm sorry about that. A lot of people will be out on the boats. They'll be doing some fishing, camping, great hiking there at Guntersville State Park. It's going to be a popular spot, but those are more activities that are pretty weather dependent. So we are dealing with that. Let's get right to that Memorial Day forecast, your Memorial Day weekend. Saturday, showers, periods of thunder possible. Rain mainly during the morning hours on Saturday, and we'll go through this, of course, hour by hour coming up. But the earlier part of the day on Saturday trending wetter, then more so the afternoon and evening hours. We go into Sunday. Sunday is kind of favoring more dry hours during the morning and then more shower and storm activity for the afternoon. Sunday will be a bit more humid, a little bit warmer too, highs in the upper 70s. And then on Monday, Memorial Day itself, and this is a real bummer, this is the day that has the potential of possibly being a start to finish washout. And there's a lot of wreath laying ceremonies, remembrance ceremonies ongoing across the Tennessee Valley, Middle Tennessee, North Alabama. So much going on, and they will be having to deal with rain for a good portion of that. I know I got an email from a gentleman in Guntersville saying, hey, our event's from 2 to 3 on Monday. What does it look like? And I kind of had to say it's looking pretty wet. Fingers crossed, hope that changes, but that's kind of what the forecast looks like for the time being. So Memorial Day weekend, a lot of people having fun, but obviously a more significant holiday there for many people there on Monday. Rain and storm timeline, this is for your Saturday, tomorrow. Heaviest rainfall probably during the morning, or at least the most widespread rain. Won't always be heavy at times. Some thunder and lightning expected. It looks like once we get into about noon, 1 o'clock, things should become more scattered in nature, and that's good news. If you have maybe opened up the pool or going to a community pool, that's what we'll be looking at there as we go through your Saturday afternoon and evening. So here it is, hour by hour. This is future radar. I stressed this morning. This is model data. Cannot take it for just gospel. This is not exactly what's going to happen, but the way these models work, it gives us an indication of what the radar could look like tomorrow. So 7 a.m., we've got some scattered showers, maybe some thunder and lightning to deal with. But look what starts happening over portions of far west Tennessee, western Kentucky there. Start to get some more widespread rain moving in, and this is potentially kind of the mid to late morning time frame. And then we start to see that rain really pushing in now for Monday afternoon into the evening. Some periods of showers, storms, thunder, lightning, big concerns there, especially if people are boating or camping and you're just outdoors. Lightning safety is imperative here this weekend. If you hear thunder or see lightning, time to bring it inside, find a safe, secure location, and also stay away from any windows too. You just don't want to be caught out if there is lightning, as lightning fatalities get more and more common, unfortunately, as we head into the summer months. Not just locally, but nationally, that is a huge concern there. Sunday morning should have some dry hours for you, but anywhere you go, just keep checking the hour-by-hour forecast on your 48 weather app. And check the radar tool there. It's great. You could hit follow my location. It lets you know exactly where you're at, and we'll give you the forecast depending on where you're at. Now, as we go into Sunday, then through the afternoon into the evening, looks like we get a little band of showers and storms coming in, but still some dry hours on Sunday. Sunday is actually looking a lot better than the same time yesterday when I was talking to you during Weather Extra at 10:30. And there was a lot of heavy rain showing up for Sunday. So maybe some more dry hours. If we're lucky, we're dry for the entire day, but I just can't promise you that. Now we go into Memorial Day Monday itself. We've got periods of showers there from kind of mid to late morning, and notice how widespread the rainfall and embedded storms start to become the later you go in the day on Monday. And it looks like the heaviest rainfall and the most widespread stuff, that's going to come late Monday night, overnight into Tuesday. And this kind of wet and stormy pattern actually continues as we go through most of next work week, and that's just unfortunate. We'll need a break. Compared to yesterday, models have kind of pumped the brakes a bit on your forecast rainfall for the 3-day weekend. Saturday morning all the way through Memorial Day Monday night. So this is 3 full days of rain. Yesterday was showing 2 to 4 inches. Today showing 1 to 3 inches. It's an improvement, but this is still pretty substantial rainfall. Things will be muddy. Things will be saturated across the area. So just kind of a bummer with that. And there are locations off to our northwest that are looking at potential for 8 inches of rain over the weekend. So I guess our 1 to 3, all things considered, not that bad. It's still a lot of rain though, and it is coming our way. 60s and 70s right now as we check some temperatures for you across North Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Got some upper 60s there. Through today, looks like we're partly to mostly cloudy. Some of you are seeing more cloud cover, especially areas along and west of I-65 at the moment. Should warm up comfortably, though, into the mid-70s. Great day yesterday. Got the grass cut. I told you that's what I had to do, and it got done. So pollen forecast, the heavy rain over the weekend will at least knock down Monday's pollen count. Some hickory and some grass pollen to deal with. Here's the big picture. Now, I say it could always be worse. If you were in the Northeast, it was snowing in Maine this morning. I know they're up there kind of in the mountains. It was snowing in Maine. We've got a great day across the area, just some passing clouds. We've got another disturbance out there in the central and northern plains, and that's going to be our weekend weather maker. So for tonight, 57 your low, increasing cloud cover. We'll have some isolated to maybe widely scattered showers, a few storms popping up as we go into Saturday morning. Saturday morning kind of trending like the wetter part of the day there, hoping for some dry hours into the afternoon. And there's your forecast for Saturday. Temperatures warming up into the 60s, maybe even low 70s. It depends on how much rain we actually see. But if we do see heavy rainfall and the cloud cover, that's obviously going to have a direct impact on how warm we get. So for tomorrow, we'll go with 72, but it could very well be upper 60s if you see a lot more rainfall. Sunday, 60% chance of showers and storms. Not a washout, but you'll have rounds, potential 1, 2, 3, or 4 periods of rain and storms to deal with as we go through Sunday. And then we go into Memorial Day Monday itself. That could very well be 80, 90% chance of rain. We'll keep it at 70 for now, hoping for the best. And then even just looking beyond that into next work week, and we've got more chances for rain showers and storms next week, hopefully just more scattered in nature. But by that point, everything's going to be very green. Your garden will probably look great. Your lawn will probably be a foot tall. but that's what happens when you get that much rain. And temperatures stay below average. Should be at 84 this time of year in May for Huntsville. Our average is 84, and all 10 days under 10-day are below average. But appreciate the cooler days when we've got them, because you know June is looming, and that's usually when we really start to ramp up the heat and humidity. So again, not the best forecast. I'm sorry about that. Nothing I can do. I don't control the weather personally. If it was up to me, you'd have 75 and sun every single day, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But unfortunately just not in the cards. Mother Nature has other plans, but hoping for the best for the hot air balloon pilots, the Jubilee to go on, and everything, of course, the remembrance wreath-laying ceremonies on Monday, hoping they manage to stay dry. But that's it for Weather Extra, and I just hope you have a great day, everyone, and a fun and safe weekend. Keep an eye on the weather. Keep checking back on your 48 weather app for the latest hour-by-hour forecast. I'll be on TVL, Tennessee Valley Living with Peyton Walker, and of course your newscast at noon with Gina Benitez. And added bonus, I'll be with you for your Saturday evening newscast filling in here this weekend. So have a good one, and appreciate you joining us for Weather Extra.